Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Undisputed Nerds, your light-hearted look at this week's comic book, movie, news, TV, games, and everything else entertainment-wise. I am the Gentlemanly Gamer, one of your delectable co-hosts, and I am here with what I can only describe as the captain, the legend, the man that is Zane Titro. Say hello, Zane!
Hello, everyone out there listening and watching.
I do it every time I do the intro. I ask him to say hello, and he hates it every single time. And yeah, I keep doing it. Yes, guys. I hope you are all well out there in the nerdiverse. Zane, how are you doing this week?
Yeah, not too bad. I have to admit, because this is an open channel, we're allowed to, openly discuss things.
Steady on, mate. Okay, careful.
Yeah, okay, don't worry. It's PG.
All right.
I went to a roller disco yesterday, and I am battered and bruised more than my ego would allow.
I would like to put a disclaimer out there on the show. He has not told me about this yet. He did not tell me before we started recording this. A roller disco, you say?
A
Please
roller
do
disco,
continue.
yeah. There's not much more to say, really.
I think there is a lot more to say. Come on.
It's so normally we record this on a Friday night, but because of the news that was going to happen today, we moved the schedule, right? So my wife invited me to roller disco, which she normally has taken up, I guess, on a...
Wait, hold on. I know your wife. I work with your wife. Are you telling me on air that she does roller disco? Because she's never told me that.
Oh yeah.
You're nervous now, aren't you? I can see the look on his face. He was like, it's suddenly think.
Wow. I mean, from my knowledge, she posts it on her socials. So
that's okay. All right.
There you go.
I'll have to recheck the socials. Wow, that's impressive. All I've got is this for some horrible reason, and I will keep it PG, guys. But all I've got is this horrible image of Heather Graham in Boogie Nights with those roller skates on, and your head plastered on top of her. So there you go.
I don't think I'm familiar with.
It's probably a good thing. Yeah, let's move on from that. That's not, I'll send you the link afterwards. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Definitely. What have I done with my week? I went to see I've actually done stuff. It's weird. I've actually been out and about instead of just being like, I was working bored. So I'm still doing the keto. On the keto diet still, wasting my body away and dying inside because I'm just eating meat and cheese. It's working though, so that's good.
Good.
And I went to the theatre last night, darling.
Wow.
I went to see a bit. I went and had a bit of a rum do. It was lovely.
What show?
I went with my papa. My papa, to me you are so beautiful. I went with him and I went with my brother. We went to see Spike. It's a play about Spike Milligan. So for those people who don't know who Spike Milligan is, he was a English comedian and writer. He was most popular probably in the 60s and 70s, but he stayed a kind of national treasure all the way up until he died in, I think, the early 2000s. And he wrote The Goonies. So there was a show not the film, The Goonies.
Yeah.
There's a popular radio play and television show over here called The Goonies, which had Peter Sellers in it. And it was all about him and his life and writing The Goonies and all that kind of thing, and how he was because he was in World War II and he suffered from shell shock in World War II, or post-traumatic stress as we now know it. It was really good, man. It was a really good play. The way it still amazes me how they can do stuff with like I mean, like nowadays,
like a moving set.
Yeah, exactly. Like the way that they rotate sets, and like the set designer of that show deserves all the credit in the world because it's incredible. Like, it was really well done. And yeah, they acted in it really well, and it was just really good. And it was nice to be back in the theatre as well. I haven't been to the theatre for like certainly since pre-pandemic. And it was just really nice to to go, and I think they're touring the country as well, so you can find them in other places. But there you go. Anyway,
That's cool.
yeah. So, but yeah, anyway, what we're here to talk about this week is nothing to do with the 60s or the 70s. We're talking modern day, ain't we, baby? That's right. We're going big time on Disney D23 mofos. So, ladies and gentlemen, this week we will be talking about all the hottest news that has come out of the Disney Day D23. Now, we're going to be doing it slightly differently. I am not aware of almost all of the stuff that came out of it. I have stayed blind to it so that we can get some reactions as Zane tells us the news of it. I know one bit, which he sent to me because he couldn't contain himself, so that was fine. Zane, did you know that I love to surf?
No, I didn't.
I know, it's amazing. You'd never believe it looking at me, but I am an avid surfer. Not of the sea, though. Oh, no. I am a surfer of the World Wide Web, my friend. And let me tell you something. When I go surfing, I definitely need some protection. Not the usual kind of wetsuit, though. I need some VPN. Do you know what VPN means, Zane?
I don't. What's a VPN?
Well, it would be a virtual private network. And let me tell you, we here at Undisputed Nerds are being sponsored this week. And a big thank you to the episode sponsor, Surfshark VPN. You can get Surfshark VPN 83% off and 3 months free, Zane, if you go to surfshark.deals/Undisputed Nerds and enter in the promo code Undisputed Nerds. Surfshark VPN lets you trick your device into thinking it's in another country, which opens up a whole world of content library, Zane. So think about it this way. If you're in the UK, you can watch US Netflix, which has a far bigger selection of movies. You can get all of your Batfleck content that I know you love, Zane. I know you're looking for. If you're outside of the UK as well, you can watch amazing apps like BBC iPlayer. And if you're in the US, you can finally get access back to the old WWE network with its far superior functionality. We've been using, me and Zane have been using Surfshark here at Undisputed Nerds for a while. It is our official VPN, and it doesn't just let us gain access to all the comic book movies, but it also secures our networks by encrypting internet traffic, keeping our location and download history private. Thankfully, so that people can't see me purchasing wetsuits. My favorite feature on the Surfshark, it knows when my phone leaves a trusted connection, like my home or work internet, and it immediately turns on to prevent interference. It's like having, I don't know, Batfleck's Justice League for your phone, Zane.
I know exactly what you mean.
And I know you've got a lot of Batfleck on your phone right now. So sign up to Surfshark today by using our link in the video description below, surfshark.deals/Undisputed Nerds, where you'll get, again, 83% off and your first 3 months free if you use the code Undisputed Nerds. We really appreciate if you just at least check them out, as they're a great company and we love working with them. Support Undisputed Nerds and support your internet privacy with Surfshark. But before we do all that, we have our regularly recurring segments, do we not, Zane?
We do indeed. So, what is today's hot topic?
Well, it's our weird celebrity facts. And last week we hit on a bit of a nail in the head with Christopher Walken and his life and times. So I think, actually, Zane, I think I did send you a little audio snippet of how last week's recording made Christopher Walken feel, and I think if you just double check that, he should have played it, and he should be telling us how he feels.
Okay, here we go.
Look at this lion. He's the king of the jungle. Huge mane out there. He's laying down under a tree in the middle of Africa. He's so big. He's so hot. He's a lion.
Oh, lovely. All right. Well, there you go. It's this lion. He feels like a lion, apparently.
I mean, there you go. Like it.
Yeah, he's so hot.
His mane.
His mane in Africa. Good, cool. Yes, so we do weird celebrity. So for those of you who are not aware what the hell is going on right now, every week we do a recurring segment where we do weird celebrity facts. We used to do it on Nicolas Cage. We ran out of Nicolas Cage news, so now we rotate it through. But Christopher Walken's quite weird, so we've got some more stuff to talk about with him. So, Zane.
Yes.
What we normally do, I read out the title, you react, and then we go into it a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is fascinating. All right.
Okay.
George Lucas almost cast him as Han Solo.
No way. Wow.
Yep.
George.
So, to hear Christopher Walken tell it, he was one of the actors who auditioned or was seriously considered for the role of Han Solo in the original Star Wars. Walken was George Lucas's second choice for the role. The director was initially reluctant to cast Harrison Ford because he'd already used him in his previous film, American Graffiti. Allegedly, even after Lucas cast Ford as the charming space smuggler, he was still considering giving Walken the part.
Wow.
Christopher Walken was very, very, very close to being Han Solo in Star Wars. Thoughts on that, Zane, and how that would have changed the universe forever? Leia!
I was just thinking as well, like one of those like opening introductions where he's like, Greedo, you know I'm good for the money. Tell Jabba, I'll see him later.
Oh God. I love you. I know, baby. I know. Yeah.
Shoot a kid and we can go home.
Use these things for smuggling. I didn't think I'd be smuggling myself. Yes. Let's go on a Han Solo quote.
Yeah.
Yes. My thoughts on that is, I think George Lucas made the right choice in the end. But it would have been fascinating to see, wouldn't it?
It would have been something special.
As we're going to be talking about some multiversal stuff, I'm sure today. Isn't it weird to think that in somewhere out there in the multiverse, there's a Star Wars where Christopher Walken was Han Solo? How amazing is that?
It just boggles your mind, doesn't it?
Like, that's got you, hasn't it? You're like really like, you're like,
does,
man, yeah, I could see that, you know, like, yeah, like imagine him doing his like weapon of choice, like the Fatboy Slim music video, weapon of choice dancing, but like as Han Solo.
It just
you could choose this, you could choose that.
It just changes every interaction, doesn't it? Because you think like when he meets Lando, he's like, Lando, you know I won that poker game. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, it's great. There's no part of it I don't like.
Yeah.
You made a mistake, Lucas.
When he in Return of the Jedi, where he not defrosts, but you know what I mean. He's
where he thaws out. Yeah,
you know what I mean.
He defrosts. I get you.
And like
Luke has to put him in the fridge for a bit.
But you know how he complains that he can't see on the Jabba's little.
Oh yeah, Jabba's barge.
Yeah, and he knocks Boba into the pit. Like
yeah, it'd be great.
Boba Fett, where?
Boba Fett. Yeah, it's great.
Oh,
you're gonna die here, you know.
Chewie.
I think my eyesight's getting better. Instead of a dark light, it's now a bright light.
Don't mess with the Wookiee.
All right, let's move on. Move on. But yes, anyway, so Christopher Walken was. I could do this all day. And Christopher Walken was almost Han Solo. So there you go, guys. We might have some more Christopher Walken facts next week. Although I'm trying to think, like, it's interesting. I was looking up like the that audio clip that I recorded for us. I was trying to look it up, and there's a lot of his quotes are really long. Like he
Yeah.
does really long monologues. Like that was a
Mhm.
lion speech for I can't remember which film it was, but like that went on for it's a 2-minute long speech, and I just cut out a little bit of it, and I was just like, oh my god, Chris, get to the point, Jesus.
Yeah, one of my favorites is probably Man on Fire, where he talks about
Washington.
Denzel's like painting his masterpiece, like going on a rampage.
Oh, I might have to do that. I might have to find that one. That might be next week's one. But I like it. Makes it sound like he's like really personal because he talked about, the gold watch last week. So yeah,
Oh
that was
yeah.
that's beautiful. I love that last week was for those of you out there listening, thank you very much for the support for last week's episode, by the way.
Hmm.
That is by far our most popular episode ever now, officially. And
Yeah.
it was one of our most like sporadically random episodes that we've done because we knew nothing about Lord of the Rings properly. So I apologize for the lack of knowledge, but yeah, there you go. But I just love that it's immortalized with he wore a watch up his ass. Anyway, right. So yes, let's move on to the main event then, Zany boy. So D23. DC fandom is dead. Long live D23.
Indeed.
So this is so for those of you who are not aware what D23 is, D23 is Disney Investor Day. Is that what it's called? Or No, it's not Investor Day. Is it? It's Disney Discovery Day or some
Expo.
Expo. That was it.
Expo.
Disney. Yeah. Sorry, they do so many of these now. It's like it's getting annoying to keep up with. But basically, what normally happens is they normally just drop a load of new information about stuff that's coming out, be it computer games or anything else. And I have seen one other computer gamey thing, Zane, by the way. So I don't know whether you want to start with the thing that you told me, although that probably is the biggest news to come out of today, I would guess. Or whether you want to go with the computer game stuff first, or where you want to go with it.
Let's talk about the computer game stuff. I haven't really listed that because that was all of day one's announcement, and majority of the stuff we're covering today was day two. But yeah, the in terms of video games, the I guess the two biggest things were Marvel Midnight Suns. There was a announcement of sorts that they were going to do like short animated. I don't know if it's episodes or a movie leading up to the launch of the game. So it's kind of like a prequel to the storyline of the game, essentially.
Like CGI stuff or like an actual animation style?
2D style animation. Yeah.
Cool. Nice.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it's pretty decent.
That's cool. And then the other thing that I saw, which I can talk about, is the next Square Enix game was announced, which is the Captain America / Black Panther World War II game, which sounded fantastic. And I was like, yes, do that. That sounds great. And then one of my friends asked me, how can they do Black Panther though? I don't understand how it can be in World War II. And I just looked at them and just went, you're assuming it's T'Challa.
I know.
Although I would have liked to have seen, I will say this, I would have liked to have seen a Captain America, an original Human Torch, because like that's one of the, there was like a robot Human Torch before there was the Human Torch. I would have liked to have seen that in the 40s. That would have been really cool. But yeah, I don't know how many details they released about the actual game itself, but I saw that they had announced it, and it sounds wild.
Yeah, the only thing to come out of it really is the teaser trailer, just kind of showing, as you mentioned, it's Captain America with a Black Panther. I'm assuming it's T'Challa's grandfather, because my history is a bit sketchy, but from memory, I think Cap helped protect Wakanda. Like he was one of the only people who knew of Wakanda's existence. Of course, his shield being fragments of vibranium and such. So yeah, but yeah, it's cool. And I think there's the whole idea is that there's one from the, I can't say what they're called now, Milaje.
The Dora Milaje.
Dora Milaje, thank you.
Yeah.
And a soldier, but I don't think they're supposed to be.
Go on.
Of known characters. I thought you were going to say something.
I was going to say something. I was waiting for you to finish.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Is Shield's not vibranium though in the comics? Is it? It's adamantium.
I've got a funny feeling it's like like
I think they've retconned
different
it.
components. Like it's
Oh,
like
is it like
a
is
bit
it
of
an
iron
amalgamation?
and a bit of iron, a bit of.
Because I swear to God, I always thought his cap shield in the books was adamantium, and the reason why they couldn't use it and why they went with vibranium in the films was because Fox had the rights to vibranium. Also adamantium, sorry.
Because I think that's why it always ends up like shattered when there's a big boss battle. Like
what? Because it's made of adamantium instead of vibranium.
no, like different components.
Oh, I see. Right. Got you. Keep talking.
Okay. So on day one, other things that were announced, there was a Tron game, which sounds exciting. Go on.
You're correct. It's a vibranium / proto adamantium alloy.
There
So
you go.
yes, it is a mix of the two in the books. You are correct.
So yeah,
Look at you.
Tron...
Look at the big brain on Zane.
I don't want to brag, but you know.
You're kind of a big deal, I've heard.
So yeah, Tron is getting a game, so that'd be cool.
Nice.
I think it's like the 40th anniversary. I heard a rumor this year. I don't think that's right. It's got to be like 30.
80s? No, it's 40th. You're right. Yeah, it is.
Ooh.
Yeah, like 84, wasn't it? The first one, wasn't it? Or 85, something like that. I love the way you made that noise. Oh. yeah.
My
yeah, somewhere
age
around
catching
there.
up with me there.
I know. Tell me about it. Jeez.
Yeah.
I'm as old as Tron. I've never felt so old. All right, carry on. Sorry.
So yeah, I would say those are probably the biggest takeaways from day one. Last video game announcement. Sorry, EA's rumored Iron Man game to be revealed, but it didn't.
Oh, they did not reveal it. Interesting. Yeah, that's weird, dude. Because I saw another thing. There was like a world. They announced an AR reality game as well called like World of Heroes or something like that. I don't know what the hell that was. But yeah, I think everyone was expecting, weren't they, an Iron Man game, and then nothing came of it.
They were expecting a lot from this because it started to trend on Twitter, but a lot of people were expecting news about Spider-Man 2, the Wolverine game, and Kingdom Hearts, which is more of a JRPG, Final Fantasy-esque Disney game.
Right.
But yeah, and it was in their final reel to close out the show. They showed like Wolverine's claws, Spider-Man in an explosion, and everyone's like, well, you obviously had...
Yeah, you had the stuff. Why wouldn't you? Yeah, okay. All right, well.
But there you go.
There it is. Interesting. Okay, so that was all the big video game kind of announcements of the time.
Okay. Yeah.
Interesting. So I guess then we get onto the main event, don't we? Really?
Absolutely. So I'm gonna start off with Star Wars and Lucasfilm.
Are you doing a tips and bits? But by the way, guys, we should probably say this week there won't be any tips and bits on our sister channel because this is the tips and bits pretty much for the week. So enjoy this while you've got it, because there's if you want to go and listen to any of our other episodes of that, it's all on our sister channel. But there won't be one this week. Yes, do the breakdown as we normally would do then. So this is MISC, is it?
Yeah. This is the MISC. Okay. So starting off, they gave us more information about Andor. Now Andor is just around the corner. So
it's the show we're all waiting for.
Well, it seems like they believe this could be really well received from fans.
Oh, I'm sure they believe that. Oh, I'm sure they are. Much like Lord of the Rings, people believed Lord of the Rings would be well received by fans, right?
Well, I mean, so much so that they have already announced that season 2 is going to start production very soon.
Are you joking me? They're doing season 2 of Cassian Andor
before even season 1's out.
Why?
They must really think it's going to be the hot-ish of the winter.
Yeah. Oh, great! In the most boring time period of all of Star Wars. The Empire again. This is the thing I said to you about Sauron last week with Lord of the Rings. It's like it's always this time period. Why is it always this time period? Stop it, Disney. Stop it. Move on. Let it go. The Clone Wars happened, okay? Let it go. Let it go.
Kathleen Kennedy describes Andor
Oh,
overall.
okay.
Here you go. Overall, as
how is she not quit yet?
As a 24 episode spy thriller.
Great. I can't wait. What is it? Tinker Tailor Soldier Sith?
The final trailer for Andor had been released. So any of these trailers that we mentioned will be up on our Facebook page and our Twitter channel. So make sure to check those out. They'll be linked in the description down below. So yeah.
This might be look. This might surprise me, but so far I couldn't give any less of a monkeys about Andor. Like I'm sure, yeah, great. I'll watch it because I'm a Star Wars fan, so I'll watch it. But like, oh god, second series, really. I wonder if they're going to make it like She-Hulk, where every week it'll be a different like cameo.
Well, the first 3 episodes will be released on September 21st on Disney Plus.
Oh, it's soon then. It's very soon as when we're recording this.
Interesting.
Interesting.
The other news to come out of this, The Bad Batch Season 2 will be released in January 4th, 2023.
When are you going to get to the exciting news?
Are you excited for Willow?
I was not expecting that. Yes. Yeah, I will say I did see the trailer for the new Willow. That actually looks all right. It actually does look all right. Yeah, it doesn't look I like Warwick Davis, but I wasn't a huge fan of the original Willow film. But yeah, the TV series does look actually intriguing. And I like that they haven't just tried to do the same old shiz. It's like carrying on with the story, isn't it? It's after the movie, and like it's a few years later and Willow has matured. But yeah, just going back previously, did you finish The Bad Batch season 1?
Yes. Yeah, I think I did. Yeah.
And what was it like in the end? Because I never got all the way through it. Okay, that tells me all I need to know about it.
I mean, it's the best way to describe it is Clone Wars season 1. Like characters growing new. It is what it is.
Yeah, I don't know if I can. I've been back through Clone Wars 1 and 2, and it's like they're good, but they're a hard slog to get through now.
Yeah.
But I'm primarily doing it because I never watched the final series of Clone Wars. I never watched season 7. I know. Yeah, I want to see that Darth Maul Ahsoka fight. That's what I want. So I need to get up to it. So anyway, cool. Yeah, Willow. Oh, that's cool. So we got more Willow details, did we?
Yeah, released November 30th.
Okay.
Not far.
I mean, it's not number 1 on my pick of things to watch, but I will probably end up watching it at some point. Yes.
So the next thing actually really excited me, and I think we spoke about something similar a couple of weeks ago, which is this is called Tales of the Jedi, and it is a animated series again, similar style as The Bad Batch, Clone Wars, and such.
Yeah.
Now, it's a 6-episode long focus. 3 episodes are dedicated to Ahsoka, and 3 episodes are focused on Dooku.
Oh, hello. So, ding dong. This is interesting.
I think we covered something similar on Tips and Bits a couple of weeks ago about oh god,
the Acolyte, his name. Is that what you're thinking about?
No, the guy who plays as Qui-Gon, Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson, yes. Oh yeah, because he was supposed to be doing some animated stuff,
doing voice acting, and in the trailer we get to see a young Qui-Gon.
Oh, nice. Dooku. Oh, that's cool. That is cool. Oh, I like that a lot. That's awesome. Yeah. So we're going to see pre. That'll be in the High Republic then, because that'll be in before all of this stuff with Phantom Menace and all that jazz, to see how they kind of like fell apart. That's cool. I like that. That's very cool news. Oh yeah, I'd love to see Dooku. What Dooku was like before he became, Christopher Lee's sinister menace. And then what? So how are they going to do it then? Is it just literally like a? I don't know if the details were revealed, but is it literally like a split series where it's like, here's some episodes about Ahsoka, here's some episodes about Dooku? Is it literally just like that?
I think so. I'm guessing it's going to be either these are self-contained like short stories, like
And it's just those two. It's not Mace Windu or anyone else, is it?
Mace Windu was in the trailer, so I guess he's going to, certain characters make appearances, including I think it's Yaddle, the female Yoda type character.
Yeah.
Again, made an appearance in the trailer. I'm just excited because in the trailer it showed certain things. So, for example, there's a moment where there's clone troopers surrounding a young Ahsoka, and she's taking stun rays, and like
Right.
Anakin's watching. He's like again, and it looks like she's kind of learning how to defend against blaster shots and things of that nature.
Yeah.
But it gives the appearance of like harsh, strong training. If you know, what I
He's
mean.
torturing her basically.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It looks really good, really good.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. I would like to see that. I'm looking forward to that.
Well, it's releasing October the 26th.
You said that in such a. You mean it's coming out on October 26th? It's releasing.
It's because of my notes. It's all my notes. I was typing as they're like announcing these things.
It just sounded really disgusting. It's releasing. I'm about to go to the toilet and do some releasing of my own.
Wow.
Sorry, everyone. Sorry. Anyway, carry on.
So, some other news included our first look at Ahsoka. So, they released some, I guess you could call it like a screen grabs or like promotional shots.
Just to be clear, this is the live action Ahsoka, right? That's coming out.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. So the first look includes shots of Sabine. You don't get to see the actress's face; you only get to see a shot from the back.
Okay.
But she has the helmet,
Mando armor. Yeah.
Exactly.
I did see that this wasn't as a result of. I think it came out yesterday, maybe on the D3 news, D3 news. But they've cast Ezra, haven't they?
That's right. Yeah. So they cast an actor. I believe his name is Iman Isifandi.
Let's go with that.
I apologize, for butchering that. But it's weird. They didn't actually announce this at the panel of the Star Wars panel. It came, like you said,
I saw it was like a weird, like sub bit of news. What's he been in? I don't know what he's actually been in. I'll find out. You carry on.
But that's exciting on its own merits. That they've actually cast an Ezra Bridger.
Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry.
The fury in that man's voice. Whew.
It's exciting.
I still think they should have cast Mina Masood. I really do. But Iman Asfandi does look very, very good for it. Like he does really look like what I would picture
a live action. Yeah.
Let's have a quick look what else he's been in. Keep going. You're good. Keep going.
So Dave Filoni came out on stage to talk about Ahsoka, but also John Favreau joined. I've done it again, haven't I?
John Favreau.
Favreau,
not John Favreau, the footballer from the 90s.
Is he a footballer? Do you mean Olympian runner?
Wait, was he an Olympian? No, wasn't he a footballer? English television presenter and former professional footballer. Yeah, he was a professional footballer.
Right.
Yeah. He was
for Liverpool.
Yeah. You
Anyways,
know how much I'm into football.
Well, yeah. Anyways, yeah. So he came out and he
Aston
really
Villa. Aston Villa was his football team. Sorry, that's a massive side note. Also, by the way, Imanis Fandi is relatively he was in King Richard, the Will Smith Oscar winning thing.
Yeah,
he was Barry in King Richard, but that's it. He's not been in much else. He's pretty unknown as far as like big roles are concerned. So anyway, please stop saying John Fashanu because it's really crazy.
Happy Logan then.
Happy Logan. Oh God, go on, carry on.
He hyped up Ahsoka to the point where he said there's amazing lightsaber battles, and Dave Filoni's, and he's called Ahsoka Dave Filoni's Magnus Opus.
Magnus Opus. Yes. Yeah. His greatest work.
It's a big word to say.
I don't doubt it though. I reckon this is going to be amazing. I cannot wait. Bearing in mind this is his baby. Ahsoka is his baby. Like he created her years and years and years ago. Like we're talking like 2008. He like created Ahsoka. Like it's taken what 14 years to get to a live action version of her, and she's played by one of the most badass women on film ever. I don't doubt it. I think it's going to be fantastic, and I cannot wait to see it. My only hope is the only difficulty with it that I can foresee is the fact that because it's set where it's set, the threat of her Anakin Skywalker connection is gone. So who really is a good enough rival for her? Do you know what I mean? What kind of baddie can you have? I'm hoping we're going to see like something like a Night Sister like thing, or possibly I can't remember. Does a Sarge Ventress die in the series, in the Clone Wars series?
I think so.
But I got a feeling Anakin killed her.
I think it happens off screen.
See, I'm thinking they're going to bring back like a Clone Wars villain, like a big time Clone Wars villain, like Ventress, you know, to be because you have to have someone who's an equal to her in some regard, and you know who the hell is an equal to the Jedi in that period of time? You know, nobody really. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. I can't wait to see Paul Bettany's evil crime lord from Solo return. that's what's gonna, you know, that'll be it.
Boy,
they might bring back Darth Maul, to be fair. No, they can't. He's already dead. No, they can't. He died in Rebels.
Because I heard rumors that Thrall was supposed to be back in this as well.
Thrawn? Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Yeah.
THRAWN.
WN.
Yeah, Thrawn.
Okay, but yeah, he's supposed to be back as well.
There is so Thrawn in the comic books. He's in a series of comics called Shadows of the Empire, and they are, for my money, they are the greatest legacy stories that were written about Star Wars after the original trilogy. And in that, he has Thrawn goes to this old Jedi temple place, and he finds a it's like a worm or like some kind of like weird pet thing that can negate force powers. So it stops a Jedi's force powers working. And he uses that to great effect against Luke and the Alliance to basically negate, you know, force wielders. But Thrawn is intellectually speaking an amazing baddie for Ahsoka for that period of time. Possibly they're going to do something with him that way, I guess. But if there's going to be amazing lightsaber fights, my question is, against who?
Inquisitors?
Old Inquisitors? Like maybe like unchained Inquisitors from like, you know, Vader, they've gone crazy or something like that? Or maybe Ezra's fallen to the dark side and maybe Ezra's actually the bad guy in this.
Wow.
We never hear from him. Like, we never know anything about him. Like, there's got to be reasons, you know.
Well,
Kanan Jarrus, is he going to be in this as well? I don't know. But
Kanan, his teacher.
Yeah. Oh wait, does he die in Rebels?
Yeah, he dies in Rebels.
Did he?
Yeah.
Have I just blocked that out of my mind?
I think so.
Does he? Have I blocked that out?
He holds back an explosion that so that the rebels can get away.
Okay. Okay, keep going. I'll yeah, keep going.
So we also got a update on Skeleton Crew. Happy Logan's. You're shaking your head. What's up?
Nothing.
You figured it out?
No, I've just seen something else, which I didn't realize happened. That I do vaguely remember that. It's the Battle of Yavin, isn't it? That he dies. He's on the like he's in Lothal. No, it's the fact that he has a kid.
Yes, with Hera.
With Hera, yeah, Jason.
Yeah.
Which, incidentally enough, what's interesting about that is I'm gonna have to rewatch the last series of Rebels because I don't know if I've actually seen that. You know, like
It's
I'm
very
not
good.
actually sure if I've seen that. I know Rebels is really good. I can't remember that last. I think I have seen. I'm sure I've seen it because I've seen the Maul Obi-Wan fight, which I'm pretty sure is in the last series of Rebels.
Yeah.
And all the stuff about the dark saber and all that jazz with Sabrina. I've seen all of that, so I must have blocked it out. But the interesting thing about that is a little tidbit for Star Wars fans. Hera gave birth to their son, who she named Jason, Jacen. That was the original name of Ben Solo.
Oh,
Ben Solo in the Legacy. Originally, it was Jaina and Jason Solo, and Jason was spelled exactly like that. So I wonder if Filoni's done a bit of a tribute to the Legacy stuff there and called Kanan's son Jason.
I think he makes an appearance in the Bad Batch.
Oh, does he?
I think so. I could be wrong.
I can't really call
again,
myself
they
a
meet...
Star Wars fan until I watch Bad Batch. Can I? I'm gonna have to watch that. Rubbish.
They meet Hera for a mission.
Right.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see him grown up. Maybe that'll be what some of the plot revolves around.
That'd
Possibly.
be cool.
It would be. Sorry, carry on. I've derailed us. Sorry.
No worries. Skeleton Crew. Here's the interesting thing. So Happy said that he took John Watts away from Spider-Man. He brought John Watts to Lucasfilm after working with him on Spider-Man films. We also got another look or image of Jude Law in his outfit and such.
Okay.
Skeleton Crew finished wrapping filming yesterday.
Oh wow! Okay, that's very close.
Jude Law said on stage, "I can't quite believe I'm part of this galaxy."
Which time period is Skeleton Crew set in?
No idea. There's literally no details or anything.
It's literally Skeleton Crew details. Oh. Okay, interesting. I wondered, there was just honing in on that a little bit. There was a book that was released called Death Troopers, which was basically Han Solo and Chewbacca with somebody else. I can't remember who else it was. It wasn't a Jedi. It wasn't anyone else. It was just normal people. They go to a abandoned and desolate Imperial Star Destroyer. And it's sending out this weird distress signal, and they get on board, and basically there's a Star Wars equivalent of a zombie virus on board, and the whole ship has been turned into a zombie plague ship, and the story revolves around Han Solo and Chewbacca trying to escape stormtroopers who are zombies, basically. And I wonder if they're trying to do something similar with Skeleton Crew, where they're trying to do like I can either picture this being like a something new for Star Wars, like a new genre kind of thing, or like a jokey kind of like, bridge crew kind of thing, like they did with Star Trek. One or the other. I can see it going either way, but yeah, interesting. Well, I'll look forward to seeing what's coming out of that. That's going to be. I do love a bit of Jude Law. That sexy man.
Yeah, there's something about it that makes you think kind of like maybe like some sort of smuggler crew or like a
Yeah.
band of bandits, I guess, kind of.
Yeah, there is something about Jude Law that makes me just think, yeah, this, you know.
I just had a thought. Can you imagine if this is like some sort of captain? Is it Captain of Tomorrow? Like,
oh God, Sky Captain, yeah, that
Sky
World of
Captain.
Tomorrow, yeah.
But Star Wars.
Oh God, I hope not. That would be ridiculous. Please tell me that's not the case. I hope that isn't the case.
Kathy Kennedy's like, book it.
Kathy Kennedy's like, I know what we need to tap into. The massive commercial flop that was Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow. Let's get Angelina Jolie back in an eye patch.
And everything's CGI.
Oh yeah, it's the future, baby. It's the literal world of tomorrow, Zane.
Green screen. Exciting news. The Mandalorian is back for season 3.
Yes.
The cast of Mando came on stage. We got a trailer for season 3. And includes a lot of first looks at certain characters.
Okay, all right. And what does it show us, darling? What should I react?
Let's hear your reaction.
Let's hear my reaction. All right. Filoni, Filoni loves to use those like monk chants in the background, doesn't he? Like the weird like it's like the old Boba Fett like wow, that looks really good. Like that looks amazing. It looks like it's going to heavily focus on Mandalore in this one, like the whole the planet and all of that. Interesting that it seems like he might have to go against his clan, like his cult, like that, because I love Bo-Katan being in this more. Like I love Katie Sackhoff anyway, and like she's in full like Mandalorian regalia, like proper battle armor this time as well. Look badass. Yeah, that looks great, man. That looks really good. My only slight concern about it is having Grogu still with him. I'm still not happy with that decision that they made in Book of Boba Fett to return him return him to to Mando. What's his actual name? I can't remember what his name is.
Daja Jin or something like that. Was it?
I can't believe I've forgotten what his actual name is. That's really annoying me. And Mandalorian. That's really going to draw it. Dingerin. That's it. Dinjarin or whatever he's saying. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Yeah, that looks incredible. That looks absolutely amazing. I hope they focus on Mandalore. I hope they focus on the reclamation and the rebirth of Mandalore. I think that they are setting. I've said it to you before. I will say it to you again. I legitimately think that because it's Filoni's in charge of Star Wars now, isn't he? Like I think he's in charge of live action Star Wars.
Here's the thing. How do I say this? So my understanding is Feige is also involved, but I'm not quite sure his extent just yet because he's pulling, for example, people like John Watts and other cast members into the Star Wars franchise. But it does feel like at the moment, Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are almost like the head designers of everything.
Where I think they're going with this, and I really do think they're going with this, especially after just seeing that trailer. I think that the next trilogy of films, which will be coming out, and they will be coming out, they've had it confirmed. I legitimately think they might start focusing on a Jedi Mandalorian war, and we will see the rebirth of the Jedi Empire, Jedi like Council or whatever you want to call it, against the rebirth of Mandalore. Mandalorians at the moment, with the exception of Sith, Mandalorians are the only people who can really stand up to Jedi.
Yeah.
And it's been established that they can. Like Mando has gone toe to toe with Ahsoka and not died. They are Mandalorians are badasses, man. They are literally the warrior
race.
Yeah, exactly. So I can definitely see them setting up some kind of, Jedi Mandalorian war. Plus, that would be really interesting as well. It's not just lightsaber anymore. It's like, like
Well,
lightsaber Mando battle armor fight.
it's interesting you should mention that, because I was watching quite a lot of reacts as this news was coming out, and Comics Explain, which is a great YouTube channel. He explained how, funny enough, how he would love to see the Mandalorian War, the sort of civil war between the Mandalorians for the fight of power and stuff. And I was like, that
in
sounds
modern day or
amazing.
old days.
I'm not sure.
There were several wars amongst Mandalorians. Like the Old Republic era is probably the most famous of it, because the Jedi Revan was the one who was responsible for basically fragmenting Mandalore and stopping the Mandalorians from being a power, because they rose up to prominence in the universe. And then Cassius, there's a character called Cassius Ordo who is a Mandalorian. He is. I don't know what happened with the books because I haven't read them after the fact, but in the video game Knights of the Old Republic, he becomes Mandalore, like the ruler of Mandalore, and tries to unite the clans again and get everyone back to Mandalore to become Mandalorians again. And that's set 5,000 years before, or 1,000 years before Phantom Menace, something like that.
Oh wow.
So there is a history of them fragmenting and coming back together, and fragmenting and coming back together. So yeah, I could totally see this being the rebirth of Mandalore, and then being a legit power again in the galaxy, and probably a lot of infighting, because that's normally what happens with warrior races, is that there's normally tons of infighting about who's the strongest. So especially with Bo-Katan's tricky as well, because technically has claim to the throne of Mandalore, but that is normally granted by combat, which she hasn't technically won, and Din Djarin has. Or Din Djarin.
And has the dark saber as well, right?
Yeah, and has the dark saber. So I can see that causing a lot of oh man, it's going to be so good. Season 3 is going to be amazing. The fact that show is so good. The fact that it is so good and those characters are so compelling, that the Book of Boba Fett was so boring until Mandalore until Mando turned up. It's like, I mean, like the Book of Boba Fett is worth watching for the final 3 episodes because of Pedro Pascal being in them, because it's so good.
I don't know if you've seen a lot of this, but I think we may have talked about it before. There's a guy, I want to say his name is something Patterson, and he re-edited the Obi-Wan TV show into a movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's been like super well received.
Oh, nice. Okay, I'm going to try and find it.
He did another version, him and another content creator, who they re-edited the Book of Boba Fett. Yeah,
and just cut out Boba Fett.
Well, they split it into 2 parts, and they did some like CG work as well, to kind of like finish the sort of visualization. So, for example, the brightly colored scooters that the mob gang have, they completely CGI'd them into like a dirty sort of like speedrunner colors, if you know what I mean, like to kind of fit with the theme instead of it being bright Power Ranger colors.
Oh, what was wrong with the weird pseudo they belonged in a Michael Bay film mopeds? What was wrong with those? I don't understand, Zane. What was wrong with those? Cool, nice. I'll have to check that out. Anyway, let's move on.
The last news to come out of the Star Wars / LucasArts was
still on Star Wars. Oh my god!
This is the last one. Indiana Jones 5.
Yes. Well, I mean, I knew it was coming. Did we get any trailers or anything?
There was an exclusive show for the people there, for the audience. The director, I didn't know the director was James Mangold.
James Mangold, yeah.
Who worked on Logan, right?
Yep. Yeah.
So you'll love this. This is going to probably play to his strengths. So he had the cast and crew come out, including Harrison Ford.
Yeah, something fell on Harrison Ford and he broke his leg.
Wow.
Oh God, no.
No. So Harrison Ford cries on stage after the first look is revealed, and Harrison said, "Indiana Jones 5 is his final time. This is it. I'm not falling down for you again." Was the quote.
Amazing. I think. Do we think Indy's going to die in this one? Do we think it? I think he will probably die. Harrison Ford loves killing off his characters, doesn't he? He loves a bit of death. He loves it. He finally got Han Solo killed after all that time. Yeah, I think he enjoyed. I will say this: I think Harrison Ford enjoys being Indiana Jones a lot more than he enjoys being Han Solo.
Absolutely.
I'm waiting to see the direction they go with Indiana Jones 5 before I make a decision, because I think 4 was a weird amalgamation of zeitgeist, because you had Shia LaBeouf, who at the time was like this huge Hollywood megastar. He's the next big thing. Oh my God, look, it's Brando for the new day. And then he just turned out to be an absolute arse. And, you know, the plot, you could see they very quickly gave up with trying to do something interesting and went with aliens. Spoilers, guys. So, do you know who wrote this? Is it James Mangold who wrote this as well?
I don't know who wrote it. No.
Okay. If it's James Mangold who wrote it as well, then yeah, I have a lot of hope, because Logan was incredible. So I have every hope in the world. He's very good at doing old cowboys retiring, isn't he? So,
one last ride. Yeah.
One last ride. So yeah, I think 5 will be good, and I hope it will be a fitting farewell to Harrison Ford, because he really does deserve it. He's, you know, I mean, he's an icon, isn't he? So
absolutely. I saw some rumors on Twitter, I don't know how true this is, that Spielberg also worked on this.
I was absolutely assuming he did. You know, he's a vested partner in the Indiana Jones franchise, you know. So I would 100% believe he did. I need to I'm going to go back and watch the trilogy now. You've made me excited about watching it. I want to see Raiders again. It's one of the best films ever made. I need to see it again.
Wow. You'll be surprised with some of the Marvel news.
Will I?
Yeah. So...
Will I? Right. Can I make it so I already know one of the pieces of news that's come out, right? Can I have a stab at what pieces of news I think there have been?
Okay.
I think there's been something about Secret Invasion.
No. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Oh,
I thought you said Secret War.
No, not Secret War. It's too far off. Secret Invasion. I would imagine something has come out about. Probably, is there another trailer for fucking for flipping She-Hulk?
No.
Okay. No to that. Okay, let me think. Daredevil stuff?
Yes.
Okay. Let me think what else is coming out. What else is coming out soon? Well, obviously I know about the big news that you've told me about already, which is the castings.
There was no Fantastic Four news.
That was a red herring you sent me?
That wasn't real, apparently.
Oh my God. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. That sucks if that's true. That's really annoying, because that Victor Von Doom casting was, I was like,
it was really good.
That makes so much sense.
So I guess it's worth talking about here, because in case other people may have seen this, there was like a photo from a crowd perspective of a big screen, and on the big screen it had the supposed cast of Fantastic Four. When the Marvel panel came round, there was no Feige said there's no Fantastic Four news. We're not going to talk about Fantastic Four casting. So that image that's going around, which has already forgotten names.
John Krasinski was Mr. Fantastic. Jodie Comer was Sue Storm. John Boyega was Johnny Storm, which I immediately thought was weird. I was like, okay, that's strange. Seth Rogen was the Thing, where I was like, okay. And then Henry Cavill was Victor Von Doom, which I was like, I am all on board with that Victor Von Doom casting.
Same.
The the Human Torch and Seth Rogen as the thing, I was not on board with. I was like, that is terrible. That is awful. I hate that.
Yeah, a part of me felt like with Seth Rogen, I was like, well, he likes his indie comics, like, and he's done so much for Amazon Prime when it comes to Preacher, Invincible. Like, maybe, you know, if they just said, do the voice acting, a bit like Groot for Vin Diesel and Bradley Cooper with Rocket, I thought, well, maybe, you know, if they just get him to do the lines, then maybe that could work. But as you rightly said, the Victor Von Doom stuff was incredible. John Boyega, I think that he might be. Go on.
I just thought, after you told me about the Indiana Jones thing, just to rewind, just very briefly, I just had a quick look. So it's concept art from Indiana Jones that was released. Have you seen that concept art?
Yeah, the of him on the bridge.
No, in front of the hotel.
No, I haven't seen that.
Isn't this the same place that he is in Temple of Doom? I sent it to you in the little.
Oh,
That's the same place, isn't it? Because here's my theory about Indiana Jones 5. That I forgot to mention earlier on when we were talking about Indiana Jones 5. We haven't seen Short Round since Indiana Jones 2.
Mm-hmm.
I legitimately think this might be him passing on his legacy to Short Round, which would make so much more sense instead of Butch or Dog or whatever his name was from 4.
Mutt,
that was it. Yeah, that was it.
How did I remember that?
I have no idea. The fact that you can't say Jon Favreau's name correctly, but you can
I know,
remember
I was
Mutt.
just going to say.
Yeah, because that's got Boyd Holbrook in it as well, isn't it? 5. He's the bad guy. He's guy with the mouth for eyes in Sandman.
yeah.
The Covenant, whatever his name is. I can't remember what his name is now. That's going to drive me nuts now. Anyway, sorry, Marvel. Sorry, carry on. My apologies.
Marvel news. So. Started things off. Feige came out on stage, and there was a live performance of Rogers the Musical.
Okay. All right. Yep.
After that,
well then.
Started off hot. Get that crowd energy high. Yeah.
No. I mean, my energy's really high now already. Yeah.
Especially after the news of Indiana Jones 5.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So then Black Panther Forever. So
Wakanda Forever.
Yes.
The Corinthian, by the way, that was the name of the Boyd Holbrook I was thinking of. Yeah.
Corinthian.
Wakanda Forever. Wakanda Forever.
Ryan Coogler says he's still editing the cut of Black Panther.
Okay. It's supposed to be out in November, isn't it?
So they showed new footage exclusively to the audience. The footage, there's quite a bit of detail. So here we go. So apparently the footage kind of shows some of the plot points of the movie, which includes that the world is trying to get Wakanda's resources, especially when they're at their weakest.
Yeah. Because with T'Challa, which makes sense.
So a lot of sort of comic book fans are thinking this is more and more like Doom War, where Victor Von Doom sets things in motions to get some resources.
Okay. He started to make his moves, basically.
More footage kind of included Namor, and it also showed a fight between Namor and M'Baku.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Which sounded really cool. And there was Winston Duke describes Wakanda Forever as a very different place following Avengers Endgame with better evolved tech. And the staff came out, the cast came out, which include the pressure of saying that first name, Latina Wright.
The Letitia Wright.
Is it Letitia?
I believe so. Who are you?
Winston.
Who are you referring to?
I'm referring to the actress who plays as Shiri.
Yes, Letitia Wright.
Okay.
Yeah.
And again, there was new shots of Namor, and then after that, we got.
This is why I'm on this show, by the way, guys. It's got
Mm.
nothing to do with whether Zane wants me here or not. It's just that I can pronounce names.
Long, complicated names.
Yeah. It's Letitia Wright. It's Lupita Nyong. It's Danny Guerrera. Winston Duke. Dominique Thorne is Riri Williams. Florence Kasumba is Io. This is a bit of a tough one for you, so I'll say it for you. Martin Freeman is Everett Ross.
Martin.
Martin. Yes. Tenoch Huerta is Namor.
Okay.
Do you want me to keep going?
A tumor was seen in some of the footage.
A tumor?
Leaping out
it's
of the
not
water.
A tumor. It's not a tumor. I think you'll find it is, Mr. Schwarzenegger.
Then we got some Ironheart news.
Right.
So Ironheart included some, again, exclusive footage, which
nice.
include Jim Rush return, which I completely forgot, but he's in Civil War as the MIT sort of liaison with Tony Stark.
Oh, cool. What a return.
But
Thank God they're bringing back that name.
But I guess he's going to be, well, it says here that he's going to be cracking down on Riri Williams' engineering projects.
Great.
Anthony Ramos is confirmed as Peter Robbins, aka the Hood. And here's the exciting thing. Apparently, it's going to explore magic and tech.
Yes. Yeah.
Which I think is really interesting.
Yeah, the Hood is one of I loved the Hood story when it came out like years and years ago. But he kind of went nowhere after that. So basically he the Hood was, I think from what I can remember, he's like a family man. And he's struggling, can't survive, and he steals a hood that was created by Mephisto, and it is a demon possessed hood that when the wearer wears it, it grants them teleportation abilities, but every time they teleport, it steals a piece of their soul.
Oh, wow.
And he combines that with a set of twin guns, and basically sets about destroying the Kingpin's world and taking it over. So he becomes the Kingpin of crime. He succeeds and becomes the king of New York, the Kingpin of crime. And until Kingpin obviously returns and takes it back over eventually. But his character's amazing, and he's a really interesting baddie. And that could be great. So I would imagine the magic aspect of it will be Hood combined with probably tech, will be his pistols or some stuff. But
well, here it says that they explore the battle between magic and tech. So I don't know if, like,
So wait, is he the baddie in Ironheart?
I think so. I think that's what they're kind of alluding to. Is that
that's exactly what it's going to be. So he'll be the magic baddie, and she'll be the tech hero.
Ryan Coogler is the exec producer on Ironheart, and a few shots of the new armor suits.
Nice.
Feige, this is the wrong order, but Feige says Black Panther Wakanda Forever is the biggest thing they've ever done.
Wow. Okay. I mean, they always say that, don't they? They always say it. It's like it's kind of like a prerequisite now for like, well, you have to say this to make sure that it gets sold. It's the biggest thing ever. Big. Hooray.
After that, some exciting news for Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania.
Oh, here we go, baby. Come on.
So again, the cast come out,
It's getting
including
cancelled. Nobody's going to see it, and they've given up.
including Paul Rudd, Jonathan Majors, and
Say her name. Say her full name.
Lily.
No, that was her full name, Zane.
Evangeline.
Yeah, he did it. Evangeline
Yeah.
Lilly. Yeah, there you go.
Evangeline Lilly.
Well done. Nice well done.
They took the stage. So, here's the thing. Quantumania directly links to Avengers, the Kang Dynasty. So everything's going to build straight into that. Paul Rudd's excited for Ant-Man with small characters doing big things.
Is he?
The quote.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't know why this was such big news, but Randall Park returns as Jimmy Woo in Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Great, cool. Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo, it's Jimmy Woo.
Exclusive footage was shown to the crowd, of course, with an extended scene with Kang saying something was taken from him and only Ant-Man can steal it back.
Oh, that's interesting. So it's going to be, okay. That changes things. TVA, maybe? TVA was taken from him?
So
in the quantum realm?
Judging by Twitter's reaction, a lot of people alluded to that this might be another heist, but in the quantum realm.
Yeah, so a lot of people have been theorizing because there's a part in Ant-Man 2 where when he's traveling through the quantum realm, he sees like a city. It's like a city. It's like it looks like this weird futuristic kind of city, and a lot of people are theorizing that that is either Kang's kind of like I can't remember what his place is called. He's got like a metropolis basically that's like his own personal playground, or it could be the TVA. A lot of people are theorizing that that is where the TVA is in the quantum realm because it's outside of time and space. That's the whole point behind it. So yeah, it could be that somebody's stolen, something from the quantum realm that Kang considers his own, and Ant-Man has to go back and reclaim it. Probably it's going to be a variant. I think this is where we're going to start getting into the whole Council of Kang and variants of Kang fighting each other, exactly like the He Who Remains said would happen at the end of Loki. But yeah, oh man, Paul Rudd as Ant-Man it always whets my appetite anyway. But add in Jonathan Majors, give it to me into my nerd paws.
Oh, so here's something else I pulled up. So Scott Lang having to do a heist in the quantum realm for Kang, or else he won't get Cassie back.
Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. Well, I guess we will see where that goes. Obviously, Cassie becomes Stature, so I assume maybe this is how she gets her powers.
Maybe that's something. Are you excited for Werewolf by Night?
Moving on. No.
Moving on.
I don't know much about it, to be honest with you. I've not read the books, but I know that it's the Halloween special, isn't it, that's coming out for Thingy. Does it look good?
There is a trailer. It looks cool enough. So here's the thing. It's coming to Disney Plus on the 7th of October. The cast was announced, director. It's a love letter to like 30s, 40s horror movie.
Right.
Yeah, there's not much more really to kind of mention. A few people have I can't remember the character's name now off the top of my head, but they are the sort of MCU version of Swamp Thing. I want to say his name's like Man Thing or something.
It is Man Thing.
There we go. I shouldn't doubt myself, should I?
You shouldn't doubt yourself.
Believe myself more. But yeah, a few people have noticed that he's in the trailer, which is interesting.
Okay, yeah, that is interesting because there's a lot of speculation. I'm just watching the trailer in the background whilst we talk, and got the subtitles on. There's a lot of speculation about the idea that there is going to be this team that of like, I guess call them mythical Avengers, I guess is like the best kind of way of saying it. So you've got Blade, you've got Ghost Rider, I think, and a Black Knight, and all these other kind of weird characters. Oh yeah, I see what you mean about Mando. Wow, he looks badass as well. That looked amazing.
Yeah,
that looks really good. Yeah, I like that, man. That looks pretty cool. Like the old campy, old school horror vibes. That's really cool. Yeah, I like that a lot. I'll look forward to that. Yeah, I don't know. Like the thing is, right? Sometimes Marvel has a really good track history of taking characters who we don't really know a lot about and making them really popular and really good. You know, like I mean, Ant-Man. I would not say necessarily Ant-Man was a mainstream guy, really.
No.
I mean, Hank Pym was in the books, but Scott Lang certainly wasn't, and they did a hell of a job with him. You know, Moon Knight is another good example of that. Like people love Moon Knight, you know, and then
Guardians,
Shang-Chi,
yeah,
and then obviously the Eternals.
Moving
this,
on.
This looks good. This looks really good. I'm excited for that. That looks really good.
So Don Cheadle came out on stage to talk about.
Did he?
Yeah. Did he?
Who's this bloke?
Surprisingly, he came out on stage to talk about Secret Invasion.
Seeing it again, he's doubling down on it, guys.
And Armor Wars.
Nice. Cool.
So we got the first trailer for Secret Invasion, which will be released 2023. I thought it was going to be this year, but sadly not.
Yeah, that is a shame. I expect they want to set up Ironheart first before they release that. That would be my guess.
Yeah, so Feige says the Secret Invasion will
says, like Simon says. Feige says, don't cross the road if you're not looking both ways.
You're going to enjoy this.
Feige says he's worked really hard on this. Sorry.
He's not a naughty boy.
I was doing the Charlie. There's a British like infomercial thing like years and years ago where it was this boy and he'd have a cat that would talk to him, and the cat was called Charlie, and like it was like this infomercial thing. So the cat would like basically start and just go, and then Charlie and like the boy would just go, Charlie says, make sure to look both ways when you're crossing the street. And like the band called The Prodigy, they took it and they remixed it into a dance song called Charlie, and it's absolutely fantastic. And when you said like Feige says, that immediately made me think of it.
Incredible.
Feige says John Boyega's a pain in the ass. Anyway, carry on.
Secret Invasion will set up Armor Wars.
Okay. Secret Invasion, you say?
Yeah, they haven't begun production yet, but 6 episodes. This is for Armor Wars. Filming starts next year, and again, set after Secret Invasion.
So let's so Secret Invasion. Let me see this. It's only it's only 2 minutes long. I'll see this and then we'll carry on. Okay, so a couple of thoughts on that. One, it looks great. Like it looks really good. It gives off massive Winter Soldier vibes, which for me is fantastic. That's what I want. Secondly, they're really leaning into the espionage spy thriller side of things, which again, excellent. That's really good. Thirdly, there's never any clarification that it's the Skrulls who are the baddies in that. I don't think this is going to be the Skrulls. I think this is the Kree. I think it's the Kree who are invade. I think Marvel have mixed up origins and whatnot, and I think they're saying the Kree can shapeshift now, and I think it's the Kree that are invading, and the Skrulls are on their side. Unless it's a Skrull war, like it's a Skrull faction war, but that wouldn't make sense as to why they're trying to claim Earth. I think this could all link back to like the X gene and all that other kind of jazz as to what the Inhumans want. what the Kree want, and it's another excuse for Inhumans. That looks great. Like that looks really good. Like
really
I'm
good.
super excited for that. When's the release date on that, Zane?
2023.
Okay, just next year. But you say 2023. It's, as of recording this, it's September. That is 3 months away. And like they released Doctor Strange in February this year, so
yeah,
who's to say when that might be out? It might be out like right at the beginning of next year,
because WandaVision was right at the beginning of the year, wasn't it?
January.
Yeah. So hopefully it could be at the beginning, and we won't have to wait too long.
That looks excellent. I'm looking forward to that. I am curious as to the reasoning why he's been off Earth for so long, instead of where having a sunbathe on whatever platform he was on. But yeah, that looks great. That looks absolutely fantastic.
Something else that's fantastic, and I know you're a big fan of this, Loki season 2.
Oh, nice. They gave some Loki announcements, did they?
Yeah, so Loki will continue to connect the whole multiverse saga, which is great.
Okay.
It will pick up directly where it left off, where Loki was with Owen Wilson's character.
Right.
There has been some casting news, and this is quite funny. So the casting news from this is, and again, I'm probably going to butcher this pronunciation, Ken Hugh Kwan.
Okay.
From Everything Everywhere, also famous from Temple of Doom.
Everything Everywhere All at Once. I watched that the other day. It is really weird, but excellent. Yes, it's really good.
So excited to see that.
Yeah, that's going to be great, man. That's going to be really good.
But yeah, famous from Temple of Doom. So when he came out on stage, he said, "Wait, this isn't Indiana Jones panel?"
Wait, hang on. Hold on. No. Sorry, hold on. Are you telling me that the guy that's in Everything Everywhere All at Once, the husband of Michelle Yeoh in that, is Short Round?
I don't know what character he plays in everything, but
are you kidding me? That's blown my absolute. Hang on. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. I don't mean to do that. Ki Hui Kwan. That's Short Round, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, that's ridiculous! No way! No way, Zayn. You have blown my mind.
Yeah.
He's in the Goonies as well, by the way. He's
yeah. Gizmo?
Data. But I cannot believe that's the same guy. That's madness. Oh. Yeah, by the way, just proof that he's going to be in Indiana Jones 5 because he's working with Disney. I said it. Didn't I say it earlier on?
So when you said it, that's why I was like, it's going to come back round.
Yeah, that's definitely going to come back round. He's in a lot of Loki as well. He's in the whole thing. He's in all of series 2.
Yeah. He's so it was announced that he is a TVA employee.
Oh yeah, I mean he'll be someone big like that. That's not just that's more than just a standard casting, isn't it? So wow, that's fascinating. Interesting. Another point as well. Everything Everywhere All at Once. It was produced by the Russo brothers.
I had no idea. That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that he's now turning up in Marvel stuff if he's had that in. So, that is fantastic. Wow, that legit. Sorry, guys. I know I may be over egging it, but like that is incredible. I had no idea whatsoever that was the case. So fantastic. Anyway,
footage was shown exclusively to the audience.
Of course.
Apparently, the footage included a lot more Kang action from Jonathan Majors.
Yeah, a lot more of that hot Kang action. I've got you. Okay, cool.
Which also included a mural of the Timekeepers to reveal a wall of giant golden Kang variant faces.
Try saying that fast. Giant variant Kang. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be the ramp up, isn't it, to Kang Dynasty, Loki 2.
Yeah.
I would imagine it'll be what starts to bring everything. I'm hoping Feige has learned, and that this is the phase that is going to start to bring everything together. It needs to. We had some little nuggets of bits of things that were cool in phase 4, but phase 4 was far too bloated. It really was. They need to and keep it concise.
Slimline.
Yeah. Let's just get to where we're going. We know what the destination is now. We know Kang is the big bad. We know Secret Wars is your end goal, your end game, if you will forgive the pun. Let's just get there. Awesome, man. That's so cool.
So it's after the Loki announcements where Feige said there will be no Fantastic Four news today,
and everyone booed.
Yeah. The only Fantastic Four thing to happen was he introduced and confirmed the director, who came out on stage and just explained how excited he is. Matt Shankman.
Matt Shankman. Let me have a look for him, because I do not know that name. Matt Shankman. He's been in prison. Shankman is an American film, television, and theatre director and former child actor.
Oh.
Oh, he did WandaVision. He directed WandaVision.
Oh yes, yeah.
And Game of Thrones.
What a CV.
Dear, was it the last series? Let's hope it wasn't the last series. Billions. He did an episode of Billions as well. He did the Eastwatch. Wow. Okay, that was yeah. Okay. Interesting.
I'll tell you what else is interesting. Echo has officially wrapped filming.
Yep. You saved that for the end. You saved that.
It's not the end.
Okay.
Vincent D'Onofrio returns as Kingpin. Footage was shown again exclusively to the crowd.
Stop saying that. It's making me more annoyed the more you say it.
I know, but it's the only way to explain what's been noted. The footage confirms Wilson Fisk's return. He has a bandage over his left eye. So it's confirming he got shot in the eye.
Yes. That's why he did in Hawkeye.
But of course they'll be exploring Echo's past and things of that nature. The trailer shows quite a bit of action.
Quite a bit of action, you say?
And what was funny is Vincent said he wouldn't leave the stage. He says he wants to talk more about his show. And then Charlie Cox comes on stage and says, "Don't you mean my show?" And then they talk about Daredevil.
That coxy devil. Oh, look at him. Oh. Did they talk a lot about Daredevil? What did they say about it?
Daredevil got a new logo for Born Again.
Yeah. Okay.
Filming starts in 2023.
Nice.
18 episodes. So
flipping heck. 18.
Breaking the Disney Plus norm of 6 to 9.
Oh, so much for Phase 5 isn't going to be that big. Nice work, Feige.
A clip of Charlie Cox Daredevil from She-Hulk was shown.
Right.
So, that's something we're all going to see in about a week or two.
Yeah.
But yeah, Charlie Cox
Is that where
says,
he's in the yellow armor? Like he's in the yellow suit? Yeah.
Yellow and red suit, yeah.
Yellow.
Charlie Cox says he's excited to start again with Daredevil with double the amount of time.
Yeah, that's great. I can't wait to. It'll be interesting to see how he plays it as well. Like that will be what's fascinating about this is, will Daredevil be the same kind of Daredevil that we remember from the Netflix show, or will this be more of a toned down MCU Daredevil? I wonder. I do wonder. I can't wait though. I cannot wait.
Either way, I can't wait. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
going to be so good.
Yeah, I can't wait.
First one, Captain America: New World Order.
Oh, hello. Yes.
Logo was confirmed.
Right.
So I'm going to build up to it. First piece of news is Carl Lumbye, who played as Isaiah Bradley, is returning.
Oh yeah, nice. Okay, cool.
Says it feels great being anywhere that's stunning to be back.
Cool.
But
Good.
again, a lot of fans are kind of speculating that maybe they'll show more of the Weapon Plus program.
Right. Oh yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
So maybe more of flashbacks or something.
Yeah.
But the most exciting news from this is that a character is coming back after their first appearance 14 years ago. Can you guess which character that is?
14 years ago.
14 years ago.
Well, that's got to be Phase 1, right? So that's like what, like Iron Man, Keep
going.
Oh God, what was after Iron Man? Incredible Hulk.
What was that?
Wait. Is Hulk in this? Is Hulk in this?
Not Hulk, no.
Well, we've just had Abomination already in the
That film gave us another villain.
Did it?
It did, yeah.
No. They're not. No, they're not bringing back Samuel Stearns, are they?
Tim,
the leader,
Blake Nelson. Yeah,
the leader.
As the leader. Yeah,
that's amazing. Are you serious?
Yeah, the leader.
Oh my God! They're bringing back to Captain America. The famous Hulk villain, the leader, they're putting in Captain America: New World Order. Okay, cool. I love the leader. Ironically enough, I'm just reading the Immortal Hulk omnibus, and the chapter I'm on is all about Samuel Stearns, the leader. Like, it's all about him. That leads me to think that Hulk's going to be in this.
Do you think?
Dude, he is the quintessential Hulk baddie. Like, he is one of Hulk's big bads. Like,
oh yeah, and it's the whole classic brain versus brawn like story type. But
he's Gamma. Like, that's the whole. It's all about Gamma, like the Gamma family. That's the whole point behind it. But yeah.
So yeah, Tim Blake Nelson.
Tim Blake Nelson, yeah.
Says Marvel is part of cinema history, so to be coming back is an honor, as he reprises his role as the leader from 14 years ago.
Wild, absolutely wild. That's crazy. I mean, I'm very happy to hear him coming back. That's great. Good. He deserves to come back because he was fantastic in Incredible Hulk, and he is a great actor as well. Just for the record,
yeah,
he's always creepy, amazing. I remember him from I first saw him in Minority Report because he plays this weird organ player who's like,
oh wow,
he's like in charge of the cryogenic prison thing where they're keeping all the prisoners and they're in that weird stasis sleep, and then Tom Cruise's wife walks in and puts like an eyeball or something down on the organ, and then he just turns around and just goes, "You're not authorized." But yeah, he's an amazing actor. He's great. So, cool. Well, that's fascinating. I don't know where they're going with New World Order then, because I thought they'd go pure Red Skull. So that is surprising.
It's been described as a paranoia thriller.
You don't think they're going to switch up origins of things and say that the leader was in charge of Hydra all this time, do you?
Doesn't he create like a council of intelligence? Like, he gets like some of the smartest villains together to.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. Sure.
But
like the Council of Kang.
Like the Council of Kang.
That's what it is. That's what it is for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, it's crazy that we're getting more callbacks to that Incredible Hulk movie now more than ever.
I know.
Like...
They're giving up. They're giving up on new ideas. What have we got left in the tank? Let's get the leader back, quick. Let's get Abomination back. I will say they are incredibly popular characters, and it is surprising that they haven't been back sooner. So yeah, I mean, cool. I'm all for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thunderbolts? Anything Thunderbolts related?
Thunderbolts is probably the biggest thing to come out of this.
Oh right, okay. So we have had some Thunderbolts announcements.
Yeah.
What Thunderbolts did we get? Come on, hit me with it.
So Thunderbolts wise, official artwork was released.
Who's the lineup, Zane? I must know who the lineup is. Can I guess? Can I have a guess at who the lineup might be?
Have a guess. Yeah.
Right, US Agent is definitely going to be in it.
Yes.
US Agent, Bucky.
Yes.
Yelena Belova. That's where it gets difficult now. Oh no, this is where it gets really hard.
You are missing 3. 3 more.
3? They're doing 6
more.
Thunderbolts. Oh my god. Oh god. Who else? Zemo?
No.
Really?
Really.
Okay. Is it just out of curiosity? Is it Kate Bishop? Is she in it?
No.
Okay, go on. Give me the 3.
So the 3 include Taskmaster.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Val, which I guess makes sense to a degree.
Val?
Yeah, you know who was in the scene with John Walker and Yelena.
Oh, you mean what's her face from
who's like recruiting them
Veep?
all.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, she doesn't count as a member. Shut up, Zane.
She was in the artwork.
All right.
The last one, Red Guardian.
Oh, really? Oh, yes. Oh, that is awesome. Are you serious? Like, that is...
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's so good.
If you go to our Facebook page, you'll see the official artwork that was announced. The whole cast.
So David Harbour's coming back for...
He's back.
Oh my god, that's gonna... I love that they've done... It's like, check out Thunderbolts, where the majority of the cast was in Black Widow.
Yeah, because
like
you've
3 out of the 5 members who are in Black Widow, and then it's just Bucky and US Agent who are the other 2. That's ridiculous.
And then you've got Ghost from
Ghost
and
is
the
in it
Wasp
as well. Oh, sweet! I didn't realize they didn't. I didn't realize Ghost was going to be in it as well.
Oh,
that's cool.
Ghost. Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
I'm
Ghost
glad.
did it.
Oh, I'm glad because she needed more to do. That's cool. That's very cool. Awesome. Oh, Thunderbolts is sounding great.
The last piece of news was the Marvels. This is what closed out the panel.
Okay.
So the cast came out, including Brie Larson. Footage was shown. The footage includes Monica Rambeau is being trained by Nick Fury. Interesting.
Is it Nick Fury or is it Talos?
She gets called, doesn't she? At the end of WandaVision.
Does she?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't remember. WandaVision was years ago, mate. I can't remember.
Probably it actually is now, isn't it?
Yeah, technically, yeah. No, it's beginning of the year, isn't it? Was WandaVision beginning of this year? No, it was last year. Beginning of last year. It was. You're right.
Yeah,
you're right. It was years ago. Oh god. Yeah. I'm old.
A character is seen wielding I'm trying to think of his name now. The baddie from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1.
Ronan
the Accuser's hammer. Which is interesting.
That is is it? No, it's the Kree. That's what it is. Because Ronan the Accusers, the Accusers are weird. So in Kree lore, basically, they're the ones who they maintain and manage Kree purity. Because the Kree are like a master. They have this master race, kind of similar to fascist like ideals, and the Accusers are the ones who are supposed to uphold that purity in the Kree race, and so if somebody else is wielding the hammer, it might not be Ronan's hammer. It might just be that it's another accuser.
I see what you mean.
They're like judges basically. They're like Kree judges basically. So it could just be that it's another judge. I'm trying to. There have been other judges in the comics, but I can't remember who they are. Because Ronan is an outcast really in Kree like mythology and like in the books, because he's part of the people who stopped the Annihilation Wave, and he's outcast, I think, from the Kree in the books because of that. But I think he returns to the fold later on and becomes back to what the swine that you know him to be.
So other parts that were seen. So some people have mentioned that Carol and Monica's they seem to have some tension. So I don't know if that's maybe some sort of. I think they kind of tapped into that a little bit with WandaVision. Yeah.
She wasn't happy that she left them.
But
she went to place.
Apparently the dynamic is like amazing because of course you've got Ms. Marvel in the mix as well. So she's meeting all these heroes. The trailer was very light-hearted. It showed the power switching problem that we saw at the end of Ms. Marvel as well. So it seems to be the plot is that the three heroes teleporting and trading places every time they use their powers. They have to team up to fix the problem.
Interesting.
The way the three work together in tandem is super fun. The trailer is set to Beastie Boys Intergalactic. Kamala, basically at the end of Miss Marvel, it's insinuated that Kamala wakes up and meets Goose and freaks out.
Okay.
But yeah, it sounds like it could be a fun romp.
I loved Ms. Marvel, the TV show. I thought it was excellent. So I'm happy to see more of her. I've got no problems with Brie Larson. I really she's fine. Nothing. I'm not going to go overboard with like whether she's good or bad or whatever. She's fine. Yeah, Spectrum is good. Yeah, it'll be nice to see. I'm not like super like woo about it. I'm more excited about Secret Invasion now than I would be that. But yeah, let's see what happens, I guess. Interesting. So it's been a jam-packed D3, Zane.
Yeah, it's I guess like overall a lot of, we were expecting a lot more from this. There's no Deadpool 3, there's no X-Men stuff, there's no Fantastic Four. It's again like San Diego felt like we got a whole roadmap and such, but
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the last D3. I really wouldn't. It doesn't sound. You can look at something like this. This very much to me, from what you've talked about during this thing, this very much feels to me like the DC fandom that they did, where we came out of it going, all right, cool, and then they said we're not doing DC fandom anymore. And it's like we're going back to Comic-Con. It's like, yeah, this is kind of how it feels. Like, you know what I mean? Like it feels like that vibe where it's just kind of like, yeah, what was the point of all this? I don't really get the point of this.
And it wasn't live streamed as well, which
really?
Yeah. So everything that that we talked about today came out on Twitter or YouTube channels like the Star Wars YouTube channel or Marvel Entertainment.
They're done, aren't they? Like I think this is the death cry of this event. I don't think this is going to be. I can't see this coming back. Let's put it that way. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think it's done well for other parts of Disney because this is like, I think it's a 3-day event, or at least a 2-day, because the first day was all about Disney movies and Pixar, and today was aimed directly at Star Wars and Marvel. But as you've pointed out on the show before, there is May the 4th now, isn't there? There's a whole day dedicated to Star Wars, like,
and
announcements.
There's Disney Investor Day, and goodness knows what. Like, so yeah, I mean, meh, Zane is all I'll say to it. Meh.
Or mid.
Mid. It's complete. Yeah, it's full MJF mid. That's what it is. Yeah, this is. I mean, it's fine, but yeah, I don't think we'll see another D3, personally. But I could be. I've been wrong before. I could be wrong again.
Interesting. But yeah, that was everything. I'd love to know what other people thought of D23. Did you enjoy it? Did you get to? Was it everything you expected and more? Yeah, I think it's best if they let us know. Maybe in the comment section. Maybe if
Do
you're
you think
listening.
so? Do you think so?
I think so. Maybe if you listen to this on your favorite podcast platform, drop a comment. Let us know. We'll read it out on the show.
Yes. What a good idea. Where can they get in touch with us, Zane?
You can also email us nerdsundisputed@gmail.com. Of course, you can follow us on your favorite social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, where all the trailers have been posted. So make sure to follow us at undisputed_nerds on your favorite platform.
Yep, you can get me on Instagram at Gentleman the Gamer. You can also find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Gentleman the Gamer, where I'll be there every Tuesday and Thursdays, except last week when I wasn't. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to talk about next week, Zane. This has wiped me out, learning all this news in one burst. I don't think I can do it anymore.
I mean, it blew. I don't think I've blinked for like 3 hours because I was just kind of like having all
Exhausted.
these different tabs open, and I had the Ubisoft announcement because I wanted to see what they said
Oh
about
yeah,
Assassin's
they've just
Creed.
announced Mirage, haven't they? They've just announced
Mhm.
it. I saw that. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, no, it was worth a watch, but yeah, Secret Invasion is the takeaway for me on this one, and Thunderbolts. But yeah, interesting times. Anyway,
Mm.
whatever you do, whatever news you hear, whatever happens, have a safe and careful week out there, guys, because it's a crazy place. Enjoy whatever it is you do, and we will see you next week.
See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.